Right, here we are. Just check everything's working. Should be good. Right, lovely. Right, here we are. Welcome to the fishing stream. You join me today on the River Thames for just some pleasure fishing, really. I've not been out for a couple of weeks. I've got a bit of an injury on my left arm, but I thought I would I'd come out today. So I've come down to my local part of the River Thames, and hopefully we're going to catch some roach and perch and bleak. It's sunny, so it's not the greatest conditions. There's no real wind. In fact, the bit of wind that you can see is actually blowing upstream. I put a rig in earlier and it's probably going to sit there and going to fish like a lake, but we will see. I'm quite high up off the water. I could have got in, but it wouldn't have been great with my arm, so we're quite high up off the bank. But that's it really. Quick show side tray, I guess, of what I've got today. I've got some casters, I've got some dead pinky, I've got some hemp, I've got some maggot, I've got some worms in the pot, I've got plenty of water. And you join me just before I ball in. I'm going to ball in 8 balls of ground bait, and I'm going to cup in 2 balls over the top, and that's going to be my starting mix. So I need to get sorted out. I need to get my pole ready, and we need to get on with it. I'm just going to put that on that bump bar just there, so I know sort of where to aim. Let's get these balls in. And let's cut 2 balls worth of the mix. It's like a normal river mix. It's 1 bag of Sensus River Dark, 1 bag of Sensus River Light, 1 bag of roach, and then I've got in there, slightly different today, I've got 125ml of caster, 125ml of hemp, and 125ml of dead pinky. I favoured the dead pinky over dead maggot today. I thought, well, basically I thought it could be quite hard. There's been some fish coming out in this part of the river, but not a lot. I'm going to put 2 slightly softer balls. Right, put that bait. I've got more ground bait behind me to top it up. Should there be a few fish around. Now I've actually fished this peg a few times. Last time I think it was when I did a video about fishing a waggler on the river. I got in on my platform. It was quite a nice day, and depending how today goes, you might do that again. Right, here we go. I'm fishing top 5 kits today. It's not quite, you know, it's about a top 4 and a bit. I've cut the rig down. I'm going to start on double maggot. And I've set the depth on the other rigs. This rig here is a 2 gram rig. I've got a bulk and 1 dropper. Doing all of that. Balkan 2 droppers actually. Well, I've got 2 droppers. It's a 2 gram float. I want to bomb it down. Can I hear a boat? There's still some people having rowing lessons. That's not the right ring, is it? That's the wrong rig, that is. That's the right rig. More of a kerfuffle. Morning, Rob. Right, give me 1 second. And I'll in. No worries. Right, that's the right rig. What's the betting I'm going to get a Bleak first chuck? I can see that rig bouncing. Bumped it. Bleak straight away. There's been a few little chublets swimming around in this shallow water to my right. Also good quality roach. About £1/2. Let's see if that'll go through. Okay, that's alright. I might just tease it back up the river. Float's just going dink, dink, dink. What are you? Little dace. Little dace to start the session off. I've caught anyway. So I've got a few rigs with me today. I've got a rig line on the bottom with a piece of worm. I've got a rig that's got a strung out bulk on it if I need to try and catch on the drop. And judging by that, there's a load of fish here. That's the question immediately. Am I going to get through these, or is it a day catching loads of these? That's a little, that's a Bleak actually. Fishing should be good today. Ultimately I'm probably going to lose out to the sun in the end and my camera's going to overheat, but the newer GoPros are a little bit more resistant to it. The float's just like tap 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 tap. Okay, that's settled. No, it hasn't. See what I do, I'm going to go straight on double caster. Okay, had a bite. Got through the bleak. Might end up on a bit of worm really quickly actually. What sort of depth is that? That is about... that's about 8 foot, I would say. Yeah, my 4 and 5 is 10 foot. So yeah, 8 foot, maybe a little bit less. So plenty of water to go at. The river's obviously low. There's no flow on it, it's been no rain. I think we had there was a little bit of rain for about 3 or 4 minutes yesterday, which will be the first rain we've seen in weeks that I'm aware of. Not that we need rain here, we need rain upstream, but... Okay, got to the bottom and the bait's gone again, so... see if I can... get a little piece of worm, which will be a little bit more resistant. No, it's not low, Julian. Morning, by the way. This is one of the deepest stretches of river on the club that I'm a member of. It's about 12 foot deep, 13 foot deep in the middle. Let's try a bit of worm. This on a waggler, it'd just be like fishing on a lake. Look at that, it doesn't move. There's plenty of fish though. There's been a few people fishing it, but I don't think there's many people coming along putting in 10 balls of ground bait to start a session, so let's see. For a second this feels like fishing one of those little small ponds that's full of rudd and roach. You get a bite as soon as it hits the water. Okay, it's a better fish. I was expecting it's a perch. can't see to my left. I've got this big bush to my left. I can just hear boats coming. And if that one's on that side, it's going to be on my side. So I need to bite quickly. Okay, boat's fine. Oh, Bleak on the way out. I think you're a Bleak, yeah. More boats. Morning. No, don't want to chat. Okay then. No, the canoe. I might dot this float right down like I'm fishing for F1s. That's funny. There is no flow. I'm just getting tagged by a wasp. Don't eat that, dog. Dog, don't eat that. Don't eat that.
Morning.
You alright?
How you doing?
Yeah, alright.
Hope she didn't disturb you.
No, it's all good.
Come on.
All dogs were fishermen once.
Got a lot of rods there.
Yeah.
Hey?
All set up. All set up.
You caught anything yet?
Yeah, a few little dace, chub, some perch.
Yeah.
It's full of fish.
Nice. Nice and peaceful.
Right, let's try and settle down. Morning if you just joined. I'm out on the River Thames today, just out for a fish. See what I can catch down the river. I picked quite a busy section then. Look at it, there's a lot of boat traffic this morning, a lot of people walking around, but that's to be expected. It's a popular little route where I'm sitting today. I'm just fishing a bit of worm. There's a load of bleak in the peg, that's obvious. I'm just trying to get down to the bottom. I've got a 2 gram rig on. Bulk and a couple of droppers. The float's not moving. The float is now actually going upstream. Obviously a bleak has grabbed hold of that. Droppers haven't settled. Just need that bleak or whatever it is to just let go of that worm, and then I can see if there's any better fish. Still bouncing around. Trying to not make any noise when I put the rig in. I can't put it up higher and let it run down because there's no flow. Right. Another little dace. I've been saying there's a little chub explosion in the river, but maybe they're dace. The bleak as I was shipping out. Just started, but a few bleak, dace, some little chublets. There's plenty going on.
Sorry?
There's plenty going on. I've just got to try and get through them.
Good fishing along here, is it? It's,
yeah,
I
great.
walk along often with her and you see some good fish out there, but
yeah, great fishing.
predominantly people tend to fish the other side, don't they?
Well, it just depends when you come, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, yeah, great fishing down through this stretch.
It's a Sutton ticket, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm getting bleaked out at the moment.
Yeah, well, keeps you busy, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I started fishing again after 20 years. I've been getting a little full.
Oh, okay, yeah, gotcha.
Oh, that's it.
But yeah, there's plenty of, well, everything along here really. Well, it depends what you want, but yeah, the Thames match record is just, if you go to the end,
yeah,
you see on the other side, the Thames match record was there, broken there last year with £297.
did you well? Because I used to fish Sutton Falls 30 years ago now.
Right.
There was so many bream in there.
Yeah, this is full of £5 slabs.
Yeah.
It's like 3 shoals of them.
Is it?
Yeah. But yeah.
There's a big carp in there as well.
Huh?
A big old carp in that one of the dace, one of them pools there.
There's big carp in the marina.
Yeah.
There's big carp in the weir.
Yeah.
There's big carp down at Appleford. But people are quite cagey about them.
Got full in it. Anyway, I'll let you get on.
Yeah, no worries, pal. like local tourist information today. I think everyone's going to stop. I think during a match, it's, you know, people don't walk past so much because we're all in a row, but now it's just me. People stop because I've got a pole and not a rod, and they're definitely going to stop because I've got 5 top kits made up, which will be something that people won't really have seen before. But I couldn't decide, so I'm just trying to read the peg. I've obviously got a load of small fish in it. Let's see if anything comes. Despite having a piece of worm on, I'm still getting a lot of bleak action. Maybe that'll die down a little bit. Another small dace. Right, where are we going? Morning, Billy. Morning, Cragman. That's how you pronounce it. I'm just fishing a piece of worm. I'm just going to put a bigger bit of worm on. Oh. Okay, that's not good, is it? I changed the strap line of the channel the other day to every moment, every decision live, which is very true, including getting your rig stuck in a tree. Someone could just let me know if the picture looks alright. I'm not sure of the angle of the camera. I don't know if it's too far to the left. That's a better fish. So, a bigger piece of worm. Didn't get bleaked. Quality perch. It's an Arity pole. It's an Arity. This is an Arity Pro XLS actually. Let's get this one. Not if you don't make it though.
Any luck?
Yeah, there's plenty of roach and dace and perch, and I'm getting troubled by bleak a little bit, so I'm trying to just get through them.
Yeah. Oh, well, good luck.
Thanks very much. So yeah, look, bigger piece of worm. Just gives me a lot more bleak resistance. Oh, that was a better fish. Same again, bigger piece of worm. Now I'm fishing at 013 down to a 09 size 18 Karanu hook. If I hook a bream, I'll get it out. It just might take a while. Float's jumping around. It's the bulk settled, but the droppers haven't settled. Bleak are intercepting that bait, and my droppers are 6 inches from the hook. First dropper, second dropper another 6 inches, and then another 6 inches. Then it's my bulk. My bulk's 18 inches from the hook. But just in that 12 inches above the bottom of the river. That's where I'm still getting bleak. Grab the bait. Eventually that Bleak manages to nail that piece of worm. I'm just looking, I've managed to kink the rig above the float. I think when I've pulled the float when I was changing the depth, I didn't realise I'd kinked the line, but I've kinked it like a corkscrew. think it's going to cause me a problem, but I think that's the end of this rig then after today's session. Okay, what's this on that piece of worm? Little, no, dace again. Keep that same bit there on. Oh, the rowing lessons seem to have stopped, which is good. They normally do about 10:30. So even on these days when I'm coming pleasure fishing, I still sort of fish match hours, 11 till 4. Float's jumping up and down. Just needs to settle. There we go. Finally the bleak had given up. They've dropped it. Now I've got to wait for a proper bite. There it is. Gets me a perch. Alright, how's everyone doing? Would I recommend a dial pole? Yes I would. If that was your question. I might be biased because apart from an early Shakespeare pole I think I had, that's my first pole, 6 metre Shakespeare. They've all been Daiwa poles. I've grabbed the fish on the way out. Another perch. Oh, that could be a crayfish. That could be a crayfish. I just have a couple of little dinks. The answer to that was yes, it was a crayfish. float just sort of dinked down a couple of times. I was like, just going to wait for a proper bite. In the back of my mind, it was like crayfish, crayfish. So it's perch on the bottom day. Just imagine there's a little pile of crayfish sitting on top of that bait now. This area is quite plagued by crayfish, really. I've seen there's 2 dead in the margins here. I don't know if people have caught them and then killed them and put them back in. The float's just moving just a little bit. If we're 8 foot down, there's no movement of the water, it's just moving across the top. It's probably just triggered by some boat traffic. An opening and closing of locks, but oh, that's a nice bite. All good.
Millions of bleak.
Loads of bleak. I do wonder why I felt the need to just canoe straight through my peg. It's quite wide, this river. Right. So, what are we doing? What have I got to report? What is it, 11:27? So I've been fishing for about 40 minutes. Caught a few bleak, a few dace, some perch. I'm getting bleaked out. I might just fish a whip and catch some bleak in a minute. And yeah, so I put a lot longer and longer piece of worm on to try and, you know, fish something that the bleak aren't gonna just keep pestering. Eventually the bleak do let it go and then I catch a perch. Although I've had a crayfish grab it, which is always a danger. There's still no flow in the river, a tiny little bit maybe from some locks. There's a better fish actually. Another perch. Still welcome. Let's put another double caster on. Size 18 is a little bit small, but so are the casters. I suspect it's going to get bleaked. Okay, bleak currently. They might give it up, something else might grab it. Still currently bleak, still bleak, still bleak. I'm gonna strike at it. Boat was just going downstream. Ultimately, a decent sized bleak. Right, let's try it again. Double caster. Okay, same again, Bleak grabbed it. Just tell because the bulk settles, but then I can see a load of black on the float where the two droppers haven't settled. Now they have. And a Bleak. just going to put that aside for a second. Let's just quickly get this 4-metre whip out. Okay, there's lots of bleak. Thinking the motion of flicking this bait out with my left hand is not a good idea. I don't think. Have a couple more though. Yeah, nice for the carp in the US. Welcome to the channel as well. Let's change that hook really. No match today. I'm just having a... I've managed to get a tennis elbow in my left arm. Managed to get... I've damaged the tendons. Well, inflamed the tendons. Little chublet. During the during the Daiwa Pole Masters that I fished a month ago. So I've got a damaged arm. It's all taped up. I've got a wristband on, and the instructions of the physio is that I'm not allowed to go and catch carp and F1s. Hence me being down the river, because the motion of lifting the landing net, catching a load of fish, is putting too much pressure on my left arm. So instead I've come down the river and I've just realised I'm just flicking out bait with my left hand. There's loads of bleak here. Now it looks like the swan gang's turned up. Let's go change this hook length. use a specific hook, a Sensor's 3050. It's size 18 for bleak fishing. It's got a long shank. Actually, you leave a long tag on the hook as well, which you can't see because it's just fold over, which stops the bait going up the hook. Bleak aren't fussy fish. There, I've got a tag pretty much the length of the hook. Don't know if you can see that. And you can get loads of fish off the same maggot, even when it just sort of turns to a skin. A bit of swan family, isn't it? Done well to keep all those cygnets alive. So yeah, you thread the maggot right up the hook, and you can get more than one fish out of the same bait. I'm not going to chuck any bait, otherwise I'm going to have some swans to deal with. Just set depth, a couple of foot deep in this case. I've done it today. A good sized bleak. You were fishing a match. These would be good fish to catch. I don't know why I'm whispering, there's no one here. It's me and the swans. That 5 or 6 fish off the same maggot still. It's just a skin. It's pretty much all that's left there now. just enough they can see it, and that's enough for the bleak. I hone in on the noise of the shot hitting the water, and then they're straight on that maggot. Saying that, it's a little chublet. So yeah, you see I've just got a little bulk shot, bulk number 8. It's a 0.4 gram of a float. It's a DH20 I think it is, from Dave Harrell. Lovely little bleak floats. Sometimes fishing's about catching what you can catch. I think there's a lot of active bleak today, look. So let's just practice a bit of bleak fishing for a minute. Not fishing any ground bait, just chucking in a few maggots and a few bits of hemp. There's obviously quite a lot of fish here. I don't feel the need to chuck in lots of bait. They come into the noise of the bolt, whether I put it to the left or to the right. I'm trying to fish mainly in this same spot in front of me. But they're good bleak. I'm fishing the winter league on here again this year, and I think, as always, bleak fishing could form quite an important part of it, so I want to make sure that I go into those matches later on in the year having done a little bit of bleak fishing and not totally cold to it. But anyway, yeah, about the unhooking them quickly, my method isn't the best, right? I'm not fishing world championship. What I should do is I should go over my head, hook the fish, left hand, and then somehow flick it back out, and then fish back in the net, fish in the net. So it's flick out, fish, catch it, it's fallen off. I'll do that again. Right, fish, grab it, unhook it, somehow it's the wrong way round, over, fish in the net, and by the time the fish is in the net I'm already fishing again. Fish in. If I go down for it, I'm going to end up going in because it's not solid ground. So yeah, flick out, try it again, flick it out. It'd be easy if there was a bit of flow, but there's not. It's like the fish are trying to work out where to go. We need to end up in the river. It's like it's live and they know it's live. This bush to my left hand side is quite annoying. I can only really safely bring it up round to the right. So up. Let's change the mag up. I'll get the rhythm in a minute. This is why practicing is important. It seems to be that even if I'm not fishing a match, I'm practicing for a match these days. There's a lot of bleak here. It's that, but it's a slicker version of that, I think. You can see the difference it makes. There must be a way I can let go of that with that hand, and I can do that easier. You've got me checking now. That's Bleak. Ended up in my groundbait bucket. See that I've got to do it with the other hand. Morning Terry. Good morning everyone else that joined. You just joined me. I'm on the River Thames today. I'm just enjoying catching some bleak at the moment. There's a lot of bleak out in front of me. on my pole line, so I thought I'd just come and catch some bleak on the whip, so that's what I'm doing. See, at the moment there, I've got it underneath my finger, which means I can't, if I let it go, it goes into my finger, so that's not the right way. Let's try and do that a different way. I'm dropping a few fish. Would normally have my landing net in front of me, but I've not got it behind me today. I've got it to the side because there's too many people walking past and dogs and stuff. If I go with my left, if I unhook it like that, then I can let that go and do that. But that's not how I normally unhook a fish. But that's probably what you've got to do. Just grab it this side to unhook it, which I'm not as good at. So there. There, so I can let that go and it pings up in the air. So what I normally do is I put the line behind my finger to create tension. That may be it. Let's try that again. Then we'll talk in a minute. I shouldn't be striking out every time. I should be striking it to the side, but it's harder when there's got no flow, I think. Something like that. It's a little bit of wind, but at the moment it's going upriver, that wind. was fishing a match today, I would be very happy about catching these. Definitely as it becomes more of a skin with this bleak fishing, the more it becomes a skin, the more I tend to miss bites. If I change this now and put a fresh maggot on, I'm going to get a bite straight away and I'm going to hit it. So that's what I was left with, that's the skin. Fresh maggot. Okay, bite was quicker. Still didn't hit it. Pinged off it. There's a bigger bleak. I'll have to do my homework about that. That method for speeding the process up. Definitely is going to involve me doing something different with the way I unhook the fish, for sure. Because every time it's trapped around my finger, you can't just let go and then chuck it back out. Right, that's enough of that for a bit, I reckon. I'm going to put a couple of other balls of ground bait on that pole line, I think, quickly. Maybe that ball. And I'm going to try that different pole rig. I've been using the pink hydro for a long time now. And I've sort of disregarded using blue. But I want to just have a check today. It's quite easy to get stuck in your ways with something and then not think about it, but it's not the most optimal at all. So let's get this ball of ground bait out. And then get a blue rig made up. Go and have a look. bigger. No, not that one. That one. I already set the depth actually. Yeah, I did. Right, so that's an 013, 09 to a size 18 that I'm putting down. And this is an 013 to a size 16 that I'm picking up. I'm just looking at the length of the line, and I'm going to have to reduce it. It's just too long. So bear with me a second. Right, let's go straight back out with a bit of worm again. Right, Bleak have got that straight away because that float's not settling. Come on, let it go. Little chublet. I think I've just accidentally made that rig too short. I think I might break that on the top 4 to land a fish. Come on, Bleak, let that float settle. Still not settled. Right, now it has. Little chublet. No, the skin on the bleak hooks, they don't, because what you do is you fold. You don't fold. The hook has got a long shank that's specifically designed for bleak fishing, and you thread the maggot up the hook. So the shank is all covered in maggots. You don't hook them. You don't hook the maggots in the end like you would normally. Just thinking, I've got a can of corn in the bag, I think. I might try fishing a piece of sweet corn on the hook. These bleak are ferocious today. The float's bouncing upstream. Okay, just a couple of bites. It sort of bounced around, bleak, 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 and then down to the bottom. Good bites, and then I'm struck, and there's nothing there. you know, at least the Bleak do eventually let go. But catch rate's really slow, you know. Okay, that could be a fish has grabbed it and then a little jack pike's grabbed the fish. That is a possibility. No, it's just a bit of perch. It's a net, that. That's a bit of perch, isn't it? You're a good. Lovely fish that is. That's a nice surprise. So I think I called the stream fishing for roach, perch and bleak. I've not caught a roach yet. Perch, dace, bleak, chublet, crayfish. That could have been a crayfish as well. Sort of slowly went down and then came back up, slowly went down, and then it didn't feel like a fish swimming around. It felt like a crayfish flicking around, if that makes sense. If anyone's caught crayfish, you'll know what I mean. Oh, there you go, there's my roach. Lovely. Come on, Bleak, let it go. straight through the bleak that time. Or perch. Settled again as well. Not sure what that is. What about a perch? Oh, just about to swing it in. So I'm just thinking, the last couple of times are sort of not too much bleak, bigger perch, so I'm going to not feed any more bait. Maybe there's some perch just come in, they're at the bottom, they're mopping stuff up. Yeah, bleak's a fish. It's a surface feeding fish, generally about the size of your little finger. And if they're bigger than that, then good bleak. They're pretty hollow, they don't weigh much. When you see big international championships abroad from the UK, then that's what a lot of people are fishing for in Spain and Italy and places like that. A lot of world championships and things are won with lots of bleak. If you look, today is the last day of the World Club Championships, and there's a UK team called Barnsley Blacks, and they're winning it currently. They're catching loads and loads of bleak. They generally tend to be up in the water. Their mouth is, they've got a longer bottom lip. They're generally looking upwards all the time. And sometimes, you know, they are in, you know, very large shoals. So getting through them becomes a challenge. But just now, even this one here has just gone straight through them. It's not, they've not grabbed it. I don't know why. Like, I haven't done anything different. Maybe a pike's come in the peg, spooked them. Maybe they've eaten a lot of that loose bait on that ground bait. Maybe that's all gone, I don't know. Or maybe they don't like those perch. You know, those perch will quite happily eat those fish. Perch are predatory. Perch like that will happily gobble up those bleak. So so I don't know, maybe that's it. I'm just having to hold my pole downstream into the wind because it's just blowing the rig upriver. Yeah, look, there's only not so many bites as well. I had no ropes. That bite took forever, but it was a bite. Something's definitely just changed in the peg. I don't know what's changed, or what's caused it, I should say. But then I've just reset that worm. Bleak hasn't grabbed that at all. That float's just gone and resettled on the bottom. Up to dead depth. So just fishing on the bottom. Perch. Time for a hydration break. It's warm today. Right, although it's cooler today than it is tomorrow, so that drove me to come fishing today. I think it's max 24 today, something like that where I am. It gets back up to 28, 29 tomorrow. Which I don't mind, but the pole gets a bit warm. Again, straight through the Bleak. This is a 2 gram float. The other one was a 2 gram float. This is a 013 to 011, size 16. The other one was 013 to 09, 18. Bait's the same, lump of worm, longer piece. But yeah, look, just as I say, maybe the Bleak have left, or something scared them off. proper noticeable difference between putting the rig in, Olivet going down, but then float bouncing around as the two number 8 droppers don't settle properly because fish keep attacking the bait, to now bulk settles and then the droppers settle, and now fishing as I expected to. That's a crayfish. That's a crayfish. That is a crayfish. Now, unfortunately, these crayfish are invasive species to the UK, and it's illegal for me to put that in the water. So, excuse me a second. Yeah, crayfish are invasive to the UK as a species. Licenses to trap, which you can do for food, but yeah, it's illegal for me to allow it to enter the water. So unfortunately, I have to deal with it in the quickest way possible. I live close enough, I should get myself a trapping licence. Tell as soon as you hook a crayfish, it's like a solid weight. The elastic comes out, it's like a solid weight, you can feel it coming up, as if you'd hooked a carrier bag or something. Oh, what's that? Chub. Yeah, I feed a fish the Thames a lot actually. I put a new short up on the channel yesterday. If you click on the shorts, I put a little short up of me fishing the Thames Festival last year, and I was fishing the feeder, catching big 5-pound bream. There's lots of them in here. I could have fished the feeder today, but I could have blanked. It's bright conditions, no wind. It's not great conditions for bream. and this isn't a predominantly good bream spot, and I do know where to go and catch bream a lot more successfully, but then I can't stream in that location, so I thought we would come here, fish the pole, catch what swims, which I thought was going to be some perch and some bleak, and it is. But yeah, it's very interesting the way the bleak have disappeared from this pole line. Now I could put in some chopped worm, but I'm risking catching more crayfish. That's the second one I've hooked. First one I've got out. If I put chopped worm in, they're going to swarm over it like crazy. It's interesting, that boat, Viking 26. See how fast he's going down the Thames here and how much wake he's creating. As far as he's concerned, he's having a little leisurely trip down the river. But you watch this. Watch this in the side. What that ends up as. Causes loads of bank erosion. Viking 26. Slow down a little bit, mate. We'll go out to sea. Right, so now I think it's less bites, less fish. My brain is saying put more bait in. Just put more bait in, Graham. These fish are hungry. What's that? A bigger dace. Sorts to the balls of ground bait in and don't be so tight, I think is what I'm thinking. Look at that, interesting. Brings the Bleak back. Right, get some more ground bait. Should I mix 6 up? So I want a cast, a bit of hemp, a little bit of dead nugget. Next big balls. Right, I'm going to cup all three of those, I think. Right. Okay, I'm going to cut one and I'm going to throw two because that's putting a little bit more strain on my left arm than I want, so to be accurate with my throw. Okay, smashed my pole. I didn't, but I could have done. And then the second one's gone short. So I feel, well, just telling myself really that there's one gone short. So it's two in the right place, one in the wrong place. But now I suspect that noise of throwing the has brought the bleak back, and I'm going to know as soon as this goes in the water. Yeah, bleak. Bleak, 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 bleak. Floats bouncing, 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 bouncing. Of course, I'd expect the bleak to return when I throw the bait. That means that the fish just got fed up and left, otherwise it's not a pike because they wouldn't have come back. But yeah, maybe when I threw the bait initially, as the day started, it drew a load of bleak into the peg, and then eventually they just drift away. As soon as I chuck another couple of balls of ground bait in, back they come. Because they didn't come back when I cut the bait in earlier. So I'm going to conclude that they just left. Nothing scared them off. But they just got fed up and left. And back in the peg. Oh, that one's gone straight down. Now that's not on the bait because I don't think that bait's moving at all, so I'm fishing. That's a metre to the right of where my ground bait's gone in, or diagonally a metre from that short one. But there's a fish. Oh, it's come off. Okay, bleak, 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 bleak. Float won't settle. Now it's settled. Put that bait in. And where the first throw went. Looks a bit crayfishy. I might do that. I might just fish off the bait intentionally. Okay, that's great. That's Bleak. Got hold of that. Yeah, Bleak has swallowed it. With a Bleak, it's going to be one of them little chublets. It's a Bleak. You can see the fish there. It's got an upturned mouth. See? Because it's normally like that on top of the water. Right, how's everyone doing? You alright? Hope so. Hope you're enjoying a little bit of live fishing down the River Thames. The river looks lovely. It's so still today. If I look down the river to my right, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Alright, let's do that. Let's intentionally fish off the bait. So that's a good, and my pole tip is where it should be, so it's a good metre to the right. I think one of the initial balls of 10 went towards that spot, but mostly it's off the bait. Another bite. Right, big sound. Okay, that's taking a little bit longer than I want it to. That's sort of twice as the distance away now. I've just got a little indication then, but that's sort of 2 meters away. I would say you can definitely see a difference there. So let's move that upriver. Hold it about a metre away from where the bait's gone in. And let it settle here. Bite straight away. So a metre away is fine, 2 metres away is not okay. I need to remember that for the future. And the river is completely still. At least you call it a call. We're doing well. Cheers, pal. Right. Bleak had it that time. Oh, I feel under pressure now. Okay. A bite and now no bite. Kind of. There we go. Took a while. I was wondering about checking the bait. So, if I fish a metre off the bait, downstream, I can get some bites. Well, I say some bites, I can get bites all the time. Plop that all of that in. Bleak are going to be on that. Noise. Yeah, as I thought. Float won't sail now. Shouldn't have struck that, I should have just left it. Right. So I'm going to have one more fish. This last cast off the bait, and then we're going to go back over the bait. Right, how's everyone doing? Stream's holding out then. Then this one I'm going to go right on top of that bait. And if I catch a crayfish, which I don't want to do, but if I do, then it will give me hints for the future. Now, go up, then just, and there's no flow, then just fish off the bait. Keep putting the bait in the same place. Just fish a metre down and put the rig in downwards, away from the crayfish as it comes in. Okay, well, I'm not getting a bite. I think this is where the bait is. Also where I think the crayfish might be. And it's sitting there, I'm not getting a bite. Okay, lift and a drop. So he's just grabbed it and spat it out. Okay, strange. Let's put it in downstream again then. Hold the pole where the bait went in, and then with the line I'm fishing about a metre and a bit down from where the bait went in. Laid the rig in downstream, so it's just slowly fallen and settled. And that's the best fish of the day. I've actually stopped shipping back. Okay. Oh, well, I've lost that, whatever that was. Could have been a little jack pike. Let's see if I've got hook length left. I have. Worm's a little bit doubled over on the hook, but what was that? Wasn't a bream, so I'm just assuming that was a bigger perch. Just another bite as that was settling then. Oh, it's nicely laid out, and then it's just, you know, slow fall, and fish are following it down, just laying the whole rig out. Got the pole over where the bait went in, and the whole rig is just settling down. Something's grabbed the droppers because it won't settle properly. Might have been a bleak. Now the rig's settling. Just having some bites as that settles then. I think it's blue. I think more often than not it's bleak following it down. Come on, where's my bite? Crayfish. See, that's a better speed for the boats to go down. There's that next to no weight course at all. The perch. Let's try and get one more off the bait, as it were. Just attracting Bleak. Putting it in with the vet plopping like that. I'm going to try and have one more, then have a drink, and then I'm just going to try lowering it straight down. Not laying it in at all, just straight down in a minute over sort of this sort of spot. See if it results in something different. Quick drink break. Well, I'm going to enjoy watching something different. Yeah, I think it's more fishing 13 metres is fine. When you get up to 16 metres, it's a bit more physically demanding. But if you hold the pole correctly, there's no weight, it's just the shipping in and shipping out. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. Right, so I'm just going to try and lower it down. And we'll start on the spot where I think the bait went in. I'm just going to lower the rig down. Nice and slowly. There's no flow. There, not a bleak in sight. Oh no, it's bouncing like a bleak's got it. Okay, give it up, bleak. It's too big, that piece of worm. Okay, you weren't a bleak. What have we got, dace? Yeah, dace. I catch loads of perch in a row off the bait that I put it in. Ground bait I'm talking about. I go over the bait, I get a dace. Just going to go over it again, lowering it down. So it settles straight away. Oh, lovely bite. Just sailed away. Not much action. I wonder if it's that the perch are sitting. I should try double caster, a little indication then. I wonder if I should try double caster right over the top of this bait and then see what happens. Could just be that the perch is sitting a little bit further away. A little bit more bank erosion, and then just some small movements make me look like it's a crayfish. Okay, I'm going to just slowly drop it in to the right, and then we're going to fish a double cast to see what happens over that main spot. Okay, it's lowered in. Oh, I can see my pole. Listen, can you head to the middle? Good, whoever that man is. Good job. Someone's keeping an eye out. It sounds like a load of kayakers, kids in kayaks or canoes. But whoever's in charge is paying attention to what's coming up in the river. So good on these people, whoever they are. There's the perch. Good morning, or afternoon now. Yeah, that's all right. Thanks for spotting me, I heard you.
You look like a pro.
So do you not?
Thanks very much.
No worries.
Not halfway there.
That's all right. The fish don't mind.
18 boats.
It's 18, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16.
4 more.
Cool, thanks.
Thanks very much.
Right, let's try this double caster. Let's see what happens. Alright. 18 canoes and a couple of boats later. So double caster straight over the ground bait. Lowered down gently. If there's dace and roach there, is that more attractive? Bait's going upstream. Makes me think that Bleak's got it. Stopped. I wonder if that was from the boats. Just a little bit of tow. Oh, no, bait still. Yeah, no worries. You? Can you get that side? I'm just going to ship it back. I just need to ship it back. It's alright. A load of perch, a load of bleak, a load of chublets, all sorts.
Using maggots today, are you?
No, casters at the moment. I'm trying to get a better quality fish. and I've been fishing on worms. There's a lot of bleak in the river, and they'll attack the bait before it gets down to the better quality fish. So you have to try different things to try and get past them, because they'll eat maggots really quickly. You can still use maggots, but it's just easier to try and do something different.
I mean, how far he's out in his catching. So what blicks you say you're using?
Huh?
What bait you using?
Casters.
Casters?
Yeah, I've just put 2 casters on.
Yeah.
Just to see if I can get a better quality fish. I've got a lot of fish on worm. See where it just bounces up and down like that? That's just bleak grabbed hold of the bait. They're lifting it up and they hit the bottom shot and the float comes up and goes down. And I need them to just let that bait leave it alone. So if they keep doing that with the caster, I've got to go back to worm again. If you fish a bit of worm that's too big for the bleak, they can't eat it. But I'll show you what the bleak are if you just hold on a sec. So bleak are little small fish with an upturned mouth.
Okay.
And they live generally in the top layers of the water, and they're feeding for anything that lands on the top. So if I fish this rig with a maggot, so a couple of foot deep, what happens is they hear the noise of this bulk,
Okay.
and that attracts the fish. So they're bleak. It's alright, it's going to go. I'll get you a different one. I'll put my foot there, I'm folding in. So these are bleak, and there's thousands of them in the river.
Yeah. Do you fish with them?
So they've got an upturned mouth. So they're usually feeding on the top of the water. They don't feed on the bottom.
Right. There you go, kids.
So they come in big shoals. So when you fish, when I'm fishing further out,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get through those to see if there's better quality fish below them. So you have to fish a bait that they don't want to eat or they can't get in their mouth. Because there's thousands of these.
Just catching that colour.
Yeah, and they don't even care what the bait's like. So that maggot now is chewed up.
Right.
They don't care. As long as that skin is still slightly pink, they'll still eat it.
Cold out, then, kids.
No worries. Right. Just another kid hooked on fishing. So where were we? Right, so the bleak were having those casters. Get back on a piece of worm. Crayfish, I think. Crayfish. Right, lower this bait over those balls. Okay, Bleak's got it straight away. Floater, the Bleak are picking up on that Olivet. Float's bouncing around, still bouncing around. It's not settled properly. Just imagine those Bleak getting the bait in the mouth and, you know, trying to lift it, and then it comes out and can't swallow enough of it. Right, what's the time? 1:30. Just thinking, because this sun's quite warm, what I might do in a minute is just, I might ball it again, just to see what that does to the peg. I'm half expecting to hook a bream at any moment. Given the amount of, the size of the piece of worm I'm using, but last couple of put-ins it's got pestered by Bleak. And I've been told in the past, if you get this a lot, you get it in a match, you can just fire some maggots past where you're fishing to just draw all the Bleak over there, and then you can put your rig in. But I'm not worried about it too much today, and I don't have loads of maggots with me, but if I was fishing a match, there's definitely something you can do there. Okay. So perch. I've just broken hook now. So let's get that swapped, and yeah, let's pull it. Let's pull it. I was just going to say one last hook length, and it's just flicked out the part out the that wasn't clever. Okay, now I'm on a 01118. Ooh. No worries. There you go. Did you catch? Right, what we're going to do, I've got enough ground bait for 10 balls. Put in that hemp, all that caster, I think. The rest of that doesn't make that dead pinky, sorry. Swan family, with a swan family with what, 5 big babies, 2 little cygnets swimming behind they've picked up from somewhere. 5, 6. Okay, 8 more balls. So, what do you think is going to happen? I suspect what's going to happen is I'm going to get a load of bleak turn up and I'm just going to carry on catching the same fish. But now I'm looking for it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to immediately fish downriver from it. So I'm going to look to put these 8 balls in the right place, the same place. I've been putting the groundbait today, which is there. One short, one long. Right, carping kit rescued. It's got a bit of my cover came off. What do I say? All the moments, all the decisions live, including losing the top bit. Right, so 8 more balls in, sort of in the right place. Put it. And now I'm going to fish, excuse me, to the right of it. See if I can. Right, let's see. Expect there to be here. Loads of bleak being attracted. So staying on that piece of worm. Float's bobbing around a little bit. It won't settle. Okay, it's settled down now. Okay, it's just sort of as it was when I bought it earlier this morning. It's just a lot of bleak grabbing the bait. See if it can settle down. Okay, now we go, I think. Except now the wind is blowing the rig upriver, so I'm trying to fish a metre past the bait downstream. And now I have to hold the pole the other way and sort of drag it away from where I put the bait in. Which means everything's all wrong if I get a proper bite. Which it is. So, as expected, perch. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put double maggot on and fish in that same spot. I'm not sure if it's going to survive getting bleak attacked, but let's just give it a go. Okay, the answer is no. Float won't settle, Bleak got it. And it probably does it right. Back to a piece of worm. What is that doing on the river? The size of that boat. I didn't expect to see that halfway across the channel. He's got a dinghy on the back of it, the size of boat that you should probably expect down here. Okay, lots of bleak. In case you're wondering what's the impact of that ground bait. Lots and lots and lots of bleak. Not unexpected though. Not unexpected. The float just won't settle down. Oh, there it is. No, not convinced. Convinced. close, just bouncing up, moving around. There's the bleak, just try to get that worm in their mouths and they can't. Just a little bit of worm left on there. Now I'm going to get a bleak. Okay, grab that on the way out. It's a perch. Okay, let's let go of it again. Right, blow it over the bait. Gently, 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 gently. Okay, no bleak. Oh. Let go of it. No, I didn't let go of it. I think that's the problem with that 18 hook instead of a 16 hook. Right, let's drop that in again. Right, well, it's on the bottom. for a bite. They might catch a couple more bleak on the whip. And then maybe we call it a day. So many bleak out there in front of me. Even now the float's just bouncing around as they're trying to, you know, get that bait in their mouths. They can't because it's too big. So they just keep pulling on the worm, dropping the worm, pulling it on again. I need them to just drop it and leave it. Maybe they've done it now. And then get ready for a bite off a proper fish. Well, not a proper fish, but a perch or roach or chub or something that's not a bleak. Like that. And we're going to go out for one more fish on the worm and then come back, have some fish on the whip and then call it a day, I reckon. Afternoon. How you doing? A little bit. Yeah, I need to go and tie some more 16 to 011s. Let's. Right, let's lower it in. So boiling it in brings loads of bleak. There's perch coming with them and some chublets. But to get past the bleak you've got to fish a bigger piece of worm. And that's pretty much limiting the catch to perch. Even there that float settled. And now it's started bouncing around again where something's just grabbed it and lifting those droppers. Won't let it settle. Right, now it's settled. He just won't settle down. Oh. Oh. When it settles down, they get a bite. So difficult fishing in the river when it's like a lake. It's got no flow. The wind's blowing the wrong way. Not the ideal conditions for sure. Okay, it's settled down. Oh, I was about to say the last fish on the pole is a bleak, but it let go.
I'll race him to where? I'm not racing the whole river, but I'll race him to, give me a point. Oh, you know, I've done it now. That'll be it now.
He just won't settle. So, need to maybe not ball it. I might need to cup them in. I don't know. If I was fishing a match, I'd be sitting there on the whip anyway, I think. For sure I would be. Load of bleak, load of perch, load of bleak, load of bleak, load of bleak. Yeah, a lot of bleak. Even on a big worm, lots of bleak, but exactly.
Good luck, man.
Right, let's just get this pole in a better place. Right, let's catch some bleak. Oh, there's a lot of boats. You've missed the 18 canoes plus 2 boats. A lot of boat. Right, I get threaded on a bleak hook. End on some bleak. So many. Dace. Certainly so, that's for sure. That is for sure. That's a dace as well. Right, 4 more fish, I think. What we'll do is we'll put a new maggot on and get 4 fish off of it, and then we'll call it a day. Right. Two. Three. All these are bleak this time. Four on the bleak. Right. That's a bit of fun, wasn't it? A few fish. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Just going to get this lot packed away. What I'll do is I'll do this, get this whip packed away first. Then we'll get the fish out, have a quick look, take a picture, and then we'll actually get the fish out in the stream, take a picture. Why is that the same way? That's weird. Put away. When I'm back out, not sure when I'm back out, John. I'm in recovery for my arm, which I think might hurt a little bit when I get home, but matches are off for the moment. Well, there's no club match this week, which will be on the river. There's a club match next week on the river, so I think I'll be on that. But I've got to stay away from carp and F1 venues because I just can't lift the weight on my left arm with this tennis elbow. So I don't want to bust my recovery too much. Be out for a year. Who wants that, right? Right, let's have a quick look. Right, you see that? Got one lumpy perch, a bit of bleak, one roach, A few dace. I'm just watching the camera to see if it shows up. I think it should. Yeah, I reckon about. What's in there? Somewhere between £4 to £6, I guess. If I'd have fished, if I fished straight for Bleak, I think I could have had probably 10, £12 in the same period, I think. Something like that. Not a bad day. Can't grumble. And the stream's held out and not gone off. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, there are some big carp. There are some big carp in this part of the Thames. I saw another picture yesterday of a big carp not far from where I am now. But beautiful looking fish, but definitely few and far between. There's more Bleak, that's for sure. So right, listen, thanks for coming on. Tomorrow I've got to tie some more hooks, I think, at least some more 16s to 011, and tie some more rigs. Stay in stores because I think it's a bit too warm. Anyway, as I said, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the